150 years ago, what happened to this Mary Celeste ship that everyone started to believe it to be a ghost ship, and finally the 10 people in it disappeared overnight in the middle of the ocean. Even the food, drink, shelter and clothing of the captain and his family were in good condition. Friends, this night was developed in Canada in 1861. During its initial voyages, it suffered from minor accidents. This is the reason why the shipwrecks were so famous. A day later, she was about to complete a journey of 7,500 kilometers, but she could not reach her destination. Somewhere along the way there was a British merchant ship named Di Gracia that disappeared. After several weeks, on the 4th of December 1872, it reached the island of Izios. The captain noticed that the ship was not moving on the water but was just standing still. Seeing such a scene in this part of the sea, the captain became suspicious and sent several signals to him from a distance. But when there was no reply from the front, the captain decided to approach him. On approaching, it was found to be none other than the captain's friend's ship, the Mary Celeste, which had left New York for a full month, and there was no sign of any movement in it. The captain of the Di Gracia sent his crew members there, where they were all surprised to find that there was no one on the ship. A month ago, she left New York with 10 people. Where did all those people disappear in the middle of the sea? The same question was now bothering the captain. At first, he thought that there might have been an accident on the ship. But when they checked my quality, the whole ship was perfectly safe. Even the clothes of the captain and his family members were in pristine condition. Not only that, but those who were going from Guds to Valzon were also completely safe. Even the stock of food for the guru on the ship was still there. After a little more investigation, a logbook was found in the captain's room, a logbook kept by the first shift captains, which recorded ship's maintenance and issues. The captain made the last entry in the logbook at 8 a.m. on November 25, 10 days before the ship was found in this condition. This meant that the ship had been lying in the desolate Atlantic Ocean for about 10 days. But a little investigation revealed that the lifeboat was missing from the ship, which could only mean that something must have happened to the ship and all people saved their lives and ran somewhere in the lifeboat. Another thing that was noticed was that the ship's cabin was wet everywhere and there was standing water in several places up to 1.5 feet, but not enough to damage a ship of this size. According to the law, anyone who rescues a ship will be rewarded according to the value of the ship. Taking advantage of this, the captain of the Di Gracia took Mary Celeste and took her to Gibraltar, where the authorities detained the ship until the inspection of the boat was completed. The court conducted its own investigations, but they too could not find any clue. But one thing is true, that ever since my Celeste was made, there have been many accidents with it. Once it collided with another ship, but despite the slight collision, that ship sank. Then when my Celeste was brought on board for repair, it spontaneously combusted on board before the repair. And once, before the departure of the voyage, its captain suddenly fell ill and died. It is because of all these things that it is now believed that Mary Celeste is possessed by ghosts, which has caused this latest accident. And from then on, the title of ghost ship was also given to Mary Celeste. But there are some theories about what actually happened that day, which we look at one by one. The first theory about the betrayal: many believe that the captain of the Di Gracia orchestrated the whole drama to get the Sav's Locker reward by killing all the members of the Mary Celeste group. It is conceivable that if this had been the case, there would have been signs of bleeding somewhere on the ship. It has only one purpose: that Di Gracia leaves no trace behind and erases all traces. Another theory is very interesting. This theory states that there were 1,700 barrels, but when it was brought to the shipping authorities, 9 of them were empty. Some of the alcohol barrels may have exploded, causing the crew members to escape in the lifeboats. But where the barrels were, there was no sign of a blast or fire. A third theory suggests that the ship may have been caught in a hurricane and started to fill with water. Seeing this, the captain decided to run away and they all escaped sitting on a small boat, and such a small lifeboat could not withstand the sea waves, and everyone died. But this is just a theory. And that's why this mystery could not be solved till today after 1.5 years. The fate of the Mary Celeste may never be known, but its legend will continue to intrigue and inspire generations to come.